Hey guys, yeah, it's package opening time. Now, this was estimated to come tomorrow. In fact, it even says expected delivery date the 28th. And that would have been tomorrow, but it came today. It's just weird, it's weird that when you basically send a package out or somebody sends a package out to you, that they say, oh, it's gonna come, it's expected to come on this date, or it's expected to come on that date or this time or whenever, and it comes a lot earlier or sometimes a lot later than they say. So I think honestly, if I'm the USPS or UPS or DHL or OnTrack, that next time I do, or for any future deliveries, what I should do is say, this is when we're estimating it, but based on past experience, this is when you might get it. So that's what they should do. Like, they should give you an estimated date, but then say, based on the history, because they might have like your address on record or whatever the case may be, this is when they would expect you to possibly get it more than likely. So anyway, though, this is a package that Frank Hill had sent me. He has said he was going to send me something or a few items. Frank Hill, that's it's Frank here on YouTube. He said he was going to send me some items. He even said he was sending some other people similar items, not a little different. So I'm sure he sent Zeranizarak some of the same stuff that's in here, if not differently, as well as a few others like Patrick Butler, Skin Slip, or whoever. I don't know, so I can't really say. If he sent them the same stuff or not, so don't take my word for it. But yeah, he said he was going to do the same thing. He's going to send some of the same items a little differently and all that. So whatever in here is probably completely different than what everybody else is getting. So again, don't take my word for it. So, because I don't know what he sent to Sean or what he sent to this person or that person. I don't know. It might be, some might be the same, some may not be. I can't say. But anyway, yeah, he sent me the package. He mailed this out on this past weekend. Yeah, he mailed it out this past weekend, and it got here today. As a matter of fact, it got here during my live stream I was doing just moments ago. It got here during that time, and my dog was barking and everything, so yeah. It kind of distracted me a little bit, but that's okay. She's just doing her job. What are you going to do? But anyway, let's see what he sent me here. It's a big old package. So, with that said, let's see what Frank Hill sent me this time around. Ooh, really taped it in there, didn't he? You really taped it in there, didn't you, Frank? There we go. Should just use the box cutter like that. I use this part mainly sometimes because that's what they taught me when I used to work at the wall. That way it's less chance of cutting yourself. Oh, this box is history. If you know what I mean. Look at that. Tore that sucker up. Oh, we got a couple of things here. A couple of bags. One thing Frank likes to do is he likes to always put bags together. Put the items in bags so we can see what they may or may not be and guess what they may or may not be. And now it's empty and completely destroyed, and it's going to head for the trash in a little bit. So let's see what we have here. Obviously, we got some things here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, let's see what we got here from Frank. So, let's look at this one first. Open it up. And we have, first thing, Scooby-Doo. This, I don't, looking. No, I do not. And now I do. Scooby-Doo and Dynamite. Yeah, this is basically a collection of episodes. Not just of the Scooby-Doo show, believe it or not, but it's a collection of the Dynamite show. They even did a couple of crossovers with the Mystery Inc. gang. But this was also done at the time they were doing Laugh Olympics. So what they would do during the Laugh Olympics 2-hour block is they would air Dynamite in there, Dynamite and Blue Falcon. They would air Scooby-Doo, the Scooby-Doo show. They would air Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels. And then to round it out, they would air Laugh Olympics. And usually I think it was like Laugh Olympics, like the first part of... And it would only be 1/2 hour. It would be only 1/2 hour. So they would air like the first 11 minutes of Laugh Olympics to begin with. And then they would end it, then they would air the last part of it at the end of the block. So you'd have to wait, 2 hours to watch the final part of Laugh Olympics. So in between they would do Captain Caveman, Teen Angels, Scooby-Doo show, and Scooby-Doo, and not Scooby-Doo and Dynamite, but Dynamite and Blue Falcon. But, even around the same time, a little after that, well, not after that, but before that, I think about a year or so before, they aired this as an hour-long series to where you had Scooby-Doo and then you had Dynamite. So it would basically like cross them over. They would do crossovers together, mostly on the Dynamite show. It would be Dynamite Blue. Basically, the Mystery Inc. gang would cross over during the episodes of Dynamite and Blue Falcon, and the Scooby-Doo stuff was their own thing. So it's pretty cool. So thank you. So thank you, Frank, for that. Here's one. He asked me about this. I said no, I don't. And it's The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones. Now this right here, a little bit of historical fact. When this first came out, this was promoted to the high heavens. They did 1-800 numbers to get it, for you to purchase and get it. It was one of those kind of special movie events because this was something that basically, people wanted to happen but never thought would happen. And basically, to kick off the Superstar 10 series, they made it happen. So this was the movie that kicked it off. And again, this was promoted so much that you would have, you want to see the crossover, you would have commercials going like, you want to see the crossover of the Flintstones and the Jetsons, call 1-800-da-da-da-da-da for 1995 or something like that. So yeah, this was a big deal, and this was what kicked off the Superstar 10 movie series. So thank you, Frank. I'm going to enjoy that. Next up we have Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers. Okay. Another movie in the Superstar 10 series. Now, basically, the Superstar 10 series, long story short, was a collection of nearly hour and a half movies aired in syndication, on Saturday afternoons, mainly around the basically, they were aired, depending on where you lived. The Superstar 10 movies were aired around a little after the Saturday morning cartoons were done running, so about noon or something like that. And they were in syndication, or sometimes they'd wait until basically like around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon before they would show them. So that way you could have something to watch in the afternoon before the evening, and then your parents take over the TV, if you know what I mean. And Boo Brothers was one of those movies. Scooby-Doo had 3 of them. They had the Ghoul School, Reluctant Werewolf, and Boo Brothers. Boo Brothers, I think, was the first one. And basically, the ghosts here are mainly parodied after the Three Stooges. So it's really interesting. But yeah, it's not one of the. I'll put it this way: when you compare this, if you ask anybody out there, and this is a good film, don't get me wrong, but if you were to ask anybody out there to rank the 3 Scooby-Doo Hanna-Barbera Superstar 10 movies, they would say Reluctant Werewolf number 1, Ghoul School number 2, Boo Brothers number 3. They would rank it like that. Even though this is good, they would rank it like that. But yeah, this was, like I said, one of the Superstar 10 movies they did for Scooby-Doo. So thank you, Frank. Really appreciate that. And speaking of the Ghoul School, we have The Ghoul School. So this is the other one. Basically, the characters of the Ghoul School students here, they came back in AOK in that AOK series, if you will. You know, they came back in that one, so it shows you the popularity they had there. But yeah, this is a fun little movie, really good. You can tell this is like getting towards the end of the Superstar 10 run just by the fact that they would do the digital FX effects, very CGI-like almost. So, fun little movie, especially good for Halloween. So thank you, Frank, on that. And then, of course, Reluctant Werewolf, one of my personal favorites. Especially, you know, it's got some funny scenes in there. It did introduce us to a new character called Cookie. Cookie, I think her name is. Googie? No, it's Googie, I think. It's Googie? Yeah, I think it's Googie. But basically, this deals with the fact that Shaggy becomes a werewolf because he's one of the chosen individuals out there, which every generation gets turned into a werewolf. And basically, it's a fun little romp. Like I said, it's a fun little romp. You know, in the movie, it's a fun little romp and everything. So, it's, again, one of my personal favorites. I really like it. I mean, I like one of the scenes I like is when the Count gets hit by the train and he's like, "Tell me, boy, is this the time to vend your choo-choo?" You know, that's one of my favorite scenes out of this. So, I like it. So, thank you, Frank, for that one. And next up, we have a few other ones here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, what's this? Okay, so he sent me the case. One of the movies he sent me is He's a Bully, Charlie Brown. And what happened is the movie, or the case for the movie got damaged, so he sent me an extra case. So thank you very much for that, Frank. Really appreciate that. Next up we have Alice in Wonderland. So this is one of the other interpretations of Alice that was released. And this is the more well-known one. This was released, distributed on video by FHE, Family Home Entertainment. It's one of the more recognizable ones. This was actually distributed by Hallmark. So if Hallmark ever decided to put this back on TV, you know, they could do that because they own the rights to it. But yeah, one of the more notable ones out there because of who's in it. So pretty cool. Pretty cool for that. And I think this one got released on CBS when it debuted. Okay, so here we have something that he likes to send me and a lot of other people. We have Disney Nature Bears, and this is part of the Disney Nature series that's been going on lately, where they just basically do like movies and everything, looking at nature itself, like, you know, bears, penguins, and all that, and habitat, I should say, habitat, or in the habitat. So pretty cool, really nice. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Frank. Enjoy that. And then last but not least. Okay. Alright, so got a note here. It says, "Hi Brian, enjoy, take care. From Frank, from Frank Hill, it's Frank." Little note there, so thank you very much for that, Frank. So here we have Season 2, Volume 2. So he sent me the first season complete on DVD and Blu-ray. And then he sent me the other volume for Season 2. And now he sent me Season 2, Volume 2 of Sonic Boom. Pretty cool. Pretty cool for him to do that. Really nice. So that way, you know, I have it on this format. And I have it on this format? Oh, there we go. you have it on Blu-ray as well, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, it's the complete series. So I got the complete series of Sonic Boom on Blu-ray, thanks to Frank Hill. Really appreciate that, Frank. I'm gonna really look forward to checking them out now that I got them all on Blu-ray and DVD. Thank you very much for that, Frank. And you know, honestly, I don't know why N-Circle just doesn't now. Maybe they're considering it. Maybe they're considering it. Who knows? But if I'm N-Circle and if I'll re-released both seasons on Blu-ray, next step is just do a complete box set. You know what I'm saying? The complete series set. And you know why? Because knowing N-Circle and knowing retailers and all that, this ain't gonna last long on the shelves. Because either it gets pulled after some time or it's gonna sell out. And if it sells out or gets pulled, then the best thing for N-Circle to do in response is basically do a, just making sure everything's recording right. Okay. Yeah, just do a complete series release later on. But yeah, thank you very much for this, Frank. Really appreciate it. Got a lot of Scooby-Doo now to watch again, as well as the Jetsons and the Flintstones. Really appreciate that. So yeah, thank you very much for this, Frank. Nice little haul. And yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below. Comment if you like. If you will. Like the video. Live chat during the premiere. As well as check me out at Teespring. Check me out also on BW Rose's discussions on all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora. Check me out on Vimeo for BW Roses for content that can't be shown here because of the fact that copyright issues. So some of that may be on Vimeo, so check it out there. Speaking of Sonic, you can find the Speed Me Up, the original Speed Me Up fan vid that I did a year ago that I tried to re-upload recently here. Got blocked again. You can find it on Vimeo under BW Roses. As well as check me out at Patreon at BW Roses as well. But that's about it, guys. So till next time, God bless. Take care. Thank you, Frank. Really appreciate it. Gonna get a kick out of enjoying those. And I will talk to y'all later. And peace.